Happy New Year, Taurus. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your January 2023 tarot forecast. I hope this reading finds you well and happy and staying warm and really all about making this new year something special and something different. That's what I want to say for you. Something special and something different. So let's see what your energy oracle has for you. The first card is Blossoming Abundance. The second card is Man Holding Heart. This could be a relationship coming in. Friendship, relationship, or partnership. You know, Aries got Door to Value and Blossoming Abundance. I shuffled these cards 3 times prior to this reading, and you saw me shuffle them and then shuffle them. So if you have Aries in your chart, Taurus, then go check out the Aries reading. So we have Blossoming Abundance, Man Holding Heart, and Door to Value. So I really think that there is an opportunity here for a partnership or a relationship that really sees your value, really sees you for who you are or who you're desiring to be. Really sees, and when I say value, I don't mean in a money sense. I mean value in love, value in a partnership, value in a relationship, value in companionship, value in romance, value in equality, value in individuality. And from that, this, or maybe even from this, you know, but I kind of feel it's more this that kind of leads into this, the blossoming abundance. And abundance can be, as I said in the Aries reading, abundance can be anything. It can be love, it can be admiration, it could be friendships, it could be companionships, it could be value, it could be partnerships, it could be gratitude, joy, happiness. So that abundance has the potential to come in many forms. So whatever that means to you, Taurus, whatever abundance and value means to you, but it is being offered to you in a form of love or companionship, partnership, or friendship. It could be a marriage, it could be a proposal, it could be someone just coming in and really showing their love for you, or showing their admiration or sincerity toward you. So let's see what our tarot cards have. All right. So we have the Hierophant is the first, and we have the Four of Swords. And this is interesting because the Hierophant is all about the student becoming the teacher. It's all about being in balance and being in a position of changing the way things are done. And I kind of feel in order for you to be in this position, you're really being guided to take a step back and to go within and to recognize that you have the ability, the power, that you have the balance and the what's that word? Stability to build up from what you already know and to know more. And that is why you have the ability to change the way people see you, change the way people feel about you, change the way things are done. Yeah, so the Hierophant is also kind of like breaking the wheel, changing the way things are done, changing the way changing sometimes the way society sees things, right? It takes one person to create this moment of change, and you can be that moment. You can be that person. You can be that person that walks into a room and says, I think the way that we are doing things is outdated, and I think we need a revised version of what is, right? If it's a relationship, I think the way we are doing things is a little outdated, and we need a revision of this relationship. We need to flip the script. We need to change something. We need to do something else, bring something else to the table, do something more, break the wheel. If it's how people see you in terms of your value, it's you saying, okay, so we need to flip this script. We need to do something different. We need to look at what I bring to the table, and you need to recognize that what I bring to the table is beneficial here. So, and that could be in any part of your life. And the Four of Swords is you going within and finding out what part of your life you think or you feel or you sense that needs to be revised, and then taking the lead from the Hierophant and stepping into that energy and making it happen and doing what needs to be done to that puts you in a position of stepping into your own power and coming into this time of abundance, or this time of love, or this time of value. See what else we have. 2 more cards, please, for the top row. All right. We have the Knight of Cups. So in this particular Knight of Cups, one of the greatest people I've known, I was doing a reading for her, and she said this card reminded her to have a great time and to celebrate, just not to overdo it, or things can go awry, right? So with the Knight of Cups, traditionally, it's about someone who loves the thought of being in love, and loves the thought of expressing love, and loves the thought of making all of these promises and wearing their heart on their sleeve. But when it comes time to building a sustainable relationship out of all of these promises, they have nothing left to give, right? Because they gave it all at once. So this could be a warning about this relationship, perhaps about this person really seeing your value and really offering you all of these things. But when it comes time to put it all out there on the table, they may have a tendency to kind of ghost, or to leave the relationship and situation altogether, which is I feel why you are being asked to kind of take the leadership position and take a step back and find out where things need to be changed, and maybe confront this person and say, okay, so I understand that you want to give me all of these things, but are you in a position of doing it? And also, as my wonderful friend had said, when it comes time to celebrate, not overindulging so much that you find yourself in a bit of a difficult or awkward situation. So perhaps this person does have a sentiment. Perhaps this person does have love. Perhaps this person does see your value and wants to put that forward, so you understand and recognize that they do see you for who you are. But also, this person could be one who is not very well versed in relationships, and who isn't familiar with someone who knows their own value and who settles for nothing less, and laying all the cards out on the table. This is what I expect. This is what I want. This is what I need. And if you can't give me that, then I guess this relationship is, and then you go from there. You either mold this person into who you desire them to be, or you allow this person to come into your life and to, make all of these promises and do all of that. And yes, they have the potential of showing you and your value. And yes, I have no doubt that they do value you. And I have no doubt that they see you as a person of value. But when it comes time to building off of the foundation that they are presenting, it's something that they can't do, because they don't have the sustainability in making this or creating this into something, which I think is maybe with the Hierophant and the Four of Swords, it's you explaining to them that this is what needs to be done. If you want my hand, if you want me as a partner, these are the things that you need to do, right? Instead of making all these promises and not being able to not being able to fulfill. Maybe it's not making all of these promises and doing what you can, and then us working together to sustain this relationship or partnership. Right? Because it's not your responsibility and obligation. If someone comes into a relationship, right, it's not your responsibility and obligation to tell them or to figure it out for them, right? That's too much of a responsibility for you. So that's something that you need to kind of let go of, right? They are going to do what they are going to do. They are going to be how they are going to be. It will help if you express to them what you expect out of this relationship, if that makes sense, or this partnership. And I also feel with the Justice card that not compromising your integrity, not being a person that enables someone to be as comfortable as they desire to be, if that makes sense, right? When we get into a relationship with someone like this, and we allow them to continue to make promises and to continue to build up hopes and dreams and desires, and then constantly fail us, we are enabling them to do so. So we have to, and we can't take on that responsibility, even though it does become eventually your responsibility because you're allowing it to happen, right? So we have to have this conversation. We have to recognize that we are enabling this person to do what they are doing, and we have to drop all of that shit at the wayside, or this becomes something unmanageable, something tiresome, something undoable, right? It's undoable, can't be done. So now's the time to kind of bring things into balance and allow justice to be served, whatever that means to you. If it means finding a balance in this relationship, if it means releasing that person, but not doing anything to compromise your integrity to keep this relationship, or to keep this relationship, or what you perceive this relationship to be, keep it going, right? Because it's really not. If someone is in a relationship for what you can do for them, if someone is in a relationship and makes all of these promises, even a partnership or even a work relationship, I promise I'll do this, I promise I'll do this, I'll promise to do this, and promise and promise and promise and promise and promise. And the promises continue, but you're the one doing all the work and they're the one benefiting of it. That's not a sustainable relationship. That's not a balanced relationship. So the Hierophant is here about you flipping the script, you changing the way things are done, and going within and asking, where does that script need to be flipped? What do I have to do here? What type of change? Do I have to let this person go? Do I have to have a sit down with this person and express my feelings? Right? So what do I have to do? And I think at that moment you find your value as well. You find what you're made of, right? You find what you're willing to go with and what you're willing to settle for. What you're willing to not settle for. Yeah, and then we're cutting the cords. We're weeding them out, cutting the cords and stepping into a new time. Behind that door is a new opportunity, a new time, a new sustainable relationships, friendships, or partnerships. Then we have the Hermit, Justice, Death, Hermit. So that's you going within and again moving forward by connecting with the wisdom within yourself. And we talked about a new time. We talked about, as we're cutting those cords, there's a new door that opens, and the Wheel of Fortune is that change of abundance, that change of prosperity, that change of value, that change, that flipping the script, right? So it goes from what this person wants you to perceive to now what you desire. right? You desire to flip the script. You desire to go within and find where this needs to be changed. You desire to drop all responsibility or burdens that you've been carrying in regards to this relationship. You desire a fair, balanced outcome. You desire to cut the cords of things that no longer serve its purpose in your life and that isn't conducive to your happiness and growth. You desire to do that by using the wisdom within. That wisdom within, and by cutting those cords, brings you to a time of change, of a change of sustainability, a change of fortune, a change of progress. And I think that's where that door to value and that blossoming abundance comes in, because now we are not settling for. Now we are maintaining what we have created and what we want, right? We are sitting in a place of blossoming abundance. We are sitting in a place of value. We are opening our heart to all of it, the justice, the death, the hermit, the wheel of fortune, the hierophant, opening our hearts up to all of that. And we are sustaining what it is we desire to manifest, right? We planted the seed. We have been doing our due diligence by maintaining, right? By feeding, by taking care of, by weeding them out, by taking opportunities and going down paths that are beneficial to us and not letting anyone jeopardize that path or jeopardize our value or jeopardize our integrity, which is why we're weeding them out. So Taurus, it looks very much like you're not settling. You are taking time for you and recognizing what is beneficial for you here, and recognizing that taking control, flipping the script, becoming the person who makes the change, right? No one else is going to make the change in your life for you but you, right? You can settle for that and become complacent and compromise your integrity, your forward movement, and your growth. Or you can release all burdens and responsibilities and say, this is no longer what I want, and this is what I want, right? I want balance. I want wisdom. I want a house. I want love. I want happiness and celebration. I want sustainability and growth, and I want to open my heart to it all. But I am unwilling to open my heart to someone who is unable to give me what I am worth. And the Queen of Cups talks about having compassion, right? There's no mad here. We're not mad at this person for not knowing, how to create a sustainable, balanced foundation. We're not mad. We have compassion and empathy. We just are not willing to settle, right? You're not willing to settle, Taurus. So don't settle. Don't compromise. Don't compromise your integrity. Don't compromise your growth. Don't compromise your path. Don't compromise your happiness. You do you, and you do what's right for you. One affirmation card. 3 fell out. Which one am I choosing? I don't know. I like the orange one. So the orange one says, I express gratitude and joy. Give thanks. Cultivating a life of gratitude helps us live more intentionally in the present moment and appreciate day-to-day life. Expressing that gratitude creates space to be more content and a joyful human being. I recognize synchronicities. The universe is speaking to you, so pay attention. Patterns, coincidences, and serendipity are all signs of recognition, motivation, and support that you are making progress on your life path. Last one. I am an active participant in my life. Play an active role in your life by accepting that while you can't control everything that happens to you, you always have control over your decisions and choices. Take pride in your ability to facilitate change and own your responses. Own your responses to every experience, both good and bad. So Taurus, that is for you. I hope you have a happy and abundant and very much well-loved and beautifully deserved January. Take care. Know you're divinely guided and loved.